We now move into much bigger geopolitical territory. Former US Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, that person has alleged that discussion about the possible use of nuclear weapon against Iran have taken place inside high-level Trump administration strategy meeting. And that is an extraordinary claim, but there is an equally important point. The US government has not publicly confirmed that such discussions actually took place. So we have to separate the claims from the confirmed facts tonight. Greene has publicly warned that any move towards nuclear escalation, it could have catastrophic consequences. Well, her comments come against the backdrop of an already deeply strained US-Iran relationship where military pressure, threats and questions around Iran's nuclear program have repeatedly dominated the global headline. And this is where the story matters. Even if the allegation itself that remains unverified, because once the phrase nuclear weapon that enters a live geopolitical conflict, the stakes, it can change immediately. Markets listen, allies listen, Iran listens, Israel listens, Russia listens, and governments begin thinking not just about what the other side has done, but about what the other side might do next. Well, Greene's warning, it is therefore part of a much larger debate. How far should the US go in confronting Iran? And where is the line between pressure and catastrophic escalation? That debate, it is specifically sensitive because nuclear threats, they are not just any normal political language. Well, they raise questions about deterrence, civilian safety, regional stability, and possibility of a wider conflict. And yes, there is something else to remember here. A claim by a politician is not the same thing as confirmation by the government. And that distinction, it is crucial in a war environment where rumors can travel faster than facts. After years of COVID dominating global headlines, many people assume that the story was finally over. But viruses, they don't disappear simply because people stop talking about them. China has reported a fresh increase in COVID infections, with the sources citing more than 522,000 newly confirmed cases in July and one reported death. Chinese health authorities have described a cycle here, basically a pattern, with infections rising as immunity declines and new variants circulate. Well, the reports also said NB.8, .8.1 strain and related accounted for much of circulating viruses being attacked at the time. But here's the important point. The current crisis is not being described as a return to the worst stage of the pandemic. Well, experts quoted in the reports, they say that most infections remain relatively mild, while the increase, it is linked to factors such as waning immunity, in fact new mutation, and increased summer travel. That matters because this is how respiratory viruses often behave. People travel, people gather, immunity changes, viruses mutate, and then cases rise again. So the question isn't simply, is COVID back? The more useful question is, what kind of wave is this? Is this producing severe illness? Is overwhelming hospitals? Is it leading to deaths at a level that was seen in earlier period? Or is it becoming another recruiting seasonal pattern that health systems can kind of manage here? According to sources, China's surveillance data, it shows an increase in COVID positive alongside a rise in influenza-like illness, while experts expected the latest wave to ease later in the summer. And that gives us the largest lesson here. The pandemic may have changed, but the virus itself, it cannot be stopped evolving. Well, for the rest of the world, China's data, it matters because travel does not stop at the border. A new wave in one nation, it can become a new wave elsewhere.